Tournament is being played in Corbin. Why the new location was chosen. And a fight in Frankfort. Why some GOP legislators are pushing back against part of their own proposed state budget.
And more above average weather is on the way as we close out the work week. Those details coming up as Mountain News First at 4 continues.
Mountain News First at 4 continues.
The All-A Basketball Classic State Tournament has a new venue. WYMT's Chandler Wilcox has more on Corbin hosting the tournament for the first time.
32 teams are playing in the All-A Classic here at the Corbin Arena. This is the first time Corbin has hosted the tournament. Classic Chairman Gary Muncie says the location was a big reason as to why they came to Corbin.
One of the reasons we like here, it's more of a central location. You know, when you're talking about, we're just a wide state from Pikeville all the way to Paducah, and it's hard on the kids, and so we try to get someplace in the center.
The tournament also has an economic impact on the city. I'll have more on how officials are working to showcase Corbin at 6. In Corbin, Chandler Wilcox, WYMT Mountain News.
Muncie says the staff in Corbin have done a great job hosting. The tournament runs through Sunday.
Well, the umbrella will be your friend this evening, also tomorrow, as more widespread showers are likely, and some of those could be a little bit heavy as well. Let's take a live look at First Alert Pinpoint Doppler as more showers are likely this afternoon. Zooming into the Cumberland Valley, some heavier pockets of rain for McCreary County, also close to London for Laurel County, into Jackson County, also pushing into Owsley and Lee County at this hour as well. And off to the north, some more light showers over in Rowan County, also into Elliott County, and same story over in West Liberty for Morgan County as that soggy weather also continues. Here's a live look from I-64 in Moorhead as rain continues to fall and that current temperature down to 52. But check out London up to 60 over in Laurel County as we stay cloudy, also soggy as more showers are likely into this evening. Up on the temperature map, most of us in the 60s and 50s, up to 66 in Pikeville, 65 over in Harlan, 59 for Somerset. Also Jackson and Irvin at this hour. Some more mild weather, also some more wet weather is on the way for Thursday. A little bit of a break on Friday, and another system is looming for the weekend. That full forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Steve?
All right, Cameron, thanks. A number of Kentucky school districts decided to keep the kids home again for today. School leaders say too many roads were still treacherous. Now, the warmer temperatures today have caused that situation to improve some. WYMT's Phil Pendleton spoke to school leaders about the decision in Pulaski County.
I'm standing on a road just off of Highway 27 south of Burnside, and this is one of the roadways yesterday around 3:30 or 4 o'clock would have likely been completely snow and ice covered, and school officials say roadways like this were the reason why school was closed for today. Wednesday was another iLearn day for students in Pulaski County. Kids staying home and doing lessons on Chromebooks and teachers coming to school. School leaders say too many roads were too dangerous for the buses. These pictures were taken just before 5 o'clock Tuesday afternoon. And while the situation was much different by Wednesday morning, they believe the safety of those on the buses could not be put at risk. Transportation Director Tim Wood says some recent bus crashes in other districts played a role in that decision.
I mean, I look at things like that, I saw that, and that's unfortunate for them, and I hate that for them. But when we've got so many buses on the road, traveling back roads and rural part of the county, you know, I just want to be safety conscious.
Pulaski County Superintendent Patrick Richardson told me that there will be school on Thursday and Friday unless something unforeseen happens between now and then. He says that it was a very difficult decision to call off school for today, but they say that they decided simply to err on the side of caution. In Pulaski County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
Phil, thank you. School leaders there in Pulaski County say they have 111 routes. That means traveling more than 7,500 miles each day. Now, as you see at the bottom of your screen, there are still a few school closings tomorrow. You can also find those on WYMT.com and the WYMT News app. And again, a lot of school districts really taking advantage of those NTI days in the last week and a half. Well, since the new CAVAS system started in early January, many county clerks have been struggling with long lines and hiccups. But folks in Madison County say they are almost over that hump. Officials say they have used the previous system for nearly 10 years. During that time, they had several changes, but the transition to the new system was just that, new.
We've realized that we migrated some data that was not quality data from the Department of Revenue and the PVA offices. We have cut out 55,000 of those records now. That's causing our processing delays, most of them, because we're someone that's licensed their car over and over again for years with no problems. Something's flagging them in the system, and we must deal with it in CAVAS.
This week, the state's online registration system was down. It is back up and running now, but officials are still working on the system that allows you to renew a trailer online. Officials say the fees were not calculating correctly. An online search tool could help more than 1,900 Kentucky workers claim back wages held by the U.S. Department of Labor. The Lexington Herald-Leader reports the U.S. Department of Labor's Wage and Hour Division had nearly $1 million in back wages unclaimed by Kentucky workers in January. That pay can remain unclaimed for a number of reasons, including a change of name or address. That online tool is called Workers Owed Wages, or WOW. Some Kentucky Republicans are fighting part of the GOP budget proposal. The bill does not include money for teacher raises. Governor Beshear's plan called for 11% pay increases. Republican Representative Kevin Jackson says while that rate may not be realistic, teachers deserve assurance. He says some superintendents told him their districts can only do 1 or 2% raises.
You know, I don't think that's enough for the job that we ask our teachers to do. They don't only teach a subject anymore. They have to be nurses. They have to be psychologists. They have to be all of those, wear all of these different hats. And I just don't think that that we are showing them enough respect and rewarding them for the hard job that they do.
Sponsors want to leave raises up to individual school districts instead of deciding at the state level. Jackson says the bipartisan task force will likely discuss school funding soon. A suicide prevention bill focused on military veterans is advancing in the Kentucky legislature. The measure drew bipartisan support as it cleared a House committee yesterday. The bill now advances to the full House. Military and veteran suicides occur at a far higher rate than in the general population in Kentucky and the nation. The bill's lead sponsor says the goal of the bill is to reduce the stigma of seeking help and better tailor services to meet veterans' needs. Kentucky is holding on to its slim lead in the Big Blue Slam. 523 UK fans have donated in the annual blood drive against the Florida Gators. Florida's score is 515. You can donate at any Kentucky Blood Center or mobile blood drive. The contest lasts through Friday. And we also want to mention 1 week from today, we will have our own winter blood drive right outside the WYMT studios here in Hazard from 3 until 7 p.m. And you can already schedule a donation here online. CBS will broadcast a 90-minute tribute to a legendary journalist this weekend. Remembering Charles Osgood will air this Sunday morning at 9 on WYMT. The former host of Sunday Morning for more than 2 decades died yesterday at the age of 91. The family said the cause of death was dementia. He worked for CBS News for 45 years and also hosted the Osgood File on the radio. His family released a statement saying in part, quote, "Thank you for welcoming him into your homes on Sundays to share stories and to highlight the better parts of humanity. He'll see you on the radio." We'll be right back.